So what is the theme for August? We have mortality. Life is brief, bright, beautiful, and yours to live. So this talks about you facing your mortality. You could be getting older and just questioning if you've done everything you wanted to do in this life, and if it's too late. You kind of feel like the clock is ticking. But let's get some more messages from the book. Let's see, 42. So we have appreciation of existence, relishing being alive, making the most of every moment, accepting mortality in ourselves and in others, living in the present, feeling joy at being alive. So this card, when it comes up, it doesn't mean you're about to pass, but also it's not a card of death, but a reminder of the beauty and the fragility of this existence. And it urges us all to take this life and make it as beautiful and meaningful and as full of adventure as we can right now. And too many of us live as if this life is a burden, awaiting another lifetime or a heaven which will save us from the difficulties and challenges of being mortal, instead of living as if there's forever or a better place to go to, or as if other lifetimes or existence in the afterlife will be better than this one. Live like this life is all you have. Live like this is the very best you can ever experience. Live like this is the greatest blessing. Life like this life is heaven, and your very existence is a miracle of creation, because we can and we will go out like a candle someday, and when that takes place, the only true measure of a soul is what we did here with this priceless gift of human life. So that's the theme for you, collective. This is for August, and this is about choosing to see this life like it says, as a blessing, and being grateful for the time that you have and utilize that time. So let's take a deeper look. Let's look at the tarot. So we have Ace of Earth, the Ten of Air, and Transformation, which is death in the tarot. So yeah, I get a lot of Scorpio energy. So you could be a Scorpio. I'm also getting Virgo. Let's see. You're being given an opportunity, and this is going to come with happiness as well as some grief. That's what I see. Many lessons you've faced, and this is talking about you assessing what have you learned from those lessons that the universe has brought you. Have you done the work that you need to move to the next level in this lifetime with this transformation card? And I can see that this is a possibility for you to level up. Maybe you're putting an end to something. Could be job, relationship, friend group, a loved one. And this opportunity is going to change your life. It's when we get an opportunity, especially when it's in our career or relationship, and we have to move, it's going to be a huge change. Different friend group, different environment. But it's also exciting, an exciting time. So this is what you're going to be facing in August. Let's take a look at a possible block you'll have in August. We have the Heaven and Earth card, and this is about you being able to balance both your 3D life or perception and the spiritual one, and how you bring those two parts together in this lifetime. So let's get a little bit more from the book on that. I think it'll be, because it can mean a lot of things, but let's see if we can break it down. So there is a potential imbalance that has to do with humanity and nature, and the symbiotic relationship they have to each other. And you realizing this, because we're talking about the theme for this month is of August is mortality. So you're facing death, life and death, and seeing through the separation, this illusion that we are one thing and not the other. Yes, we are in a physical body, but we also are a spiritual being, or just it's going to be, you define it differently depending on your religion and your beliefs, but it's saying that the beliefs you have now are going to be the block you're going to have to get through when it comes to your mortality. And the way that you can get through this block that you have of only seeing in a 3D perception talks about the spiritual side of things and your connection to it. And the way we do that is by getting in touch with nature, because we have the relationship with nature. Humanity does, and that's the closest we can come in this lifetime to heaven. So you don't have to be afraid if you have any fears about death and there being nothing beyond that. This is saying that if you connect with nature and do more of have a daily relationship, spending more time in nature and getting in touch with your spiritual side, you'll begin to see that death isn't as final as you may think it is. So that's a potential block that you can get through, like I said, by being more in touch with nature, and maybe a cause to help protect wildlife and preserve the earth so that many generations to come can benefit. So let's take a look. When it comes to love, this is going to be a message from the person on your mind, or if you have a question concerning your relationship with someone, this is going to be a message for. Now, these messages aren't going to be for everyone, but there's going to be a message here for everyone, though. At least one. So here we go. As it's concerning love, it's talking about learning to forgive. I'm hearing learning to reach out and that olive branch to someone. It doesn't have to be a romantic connection, could be family or friend. But it's telling you that may be something that you'll be needing to learn that month of August. Here's an Oracle love card. It says, I don't know if you can see it. It says, you are on your way to meeting your true love. So if that was the question you had, this is your answer. So what is the overall advice for this month of August 2024? We have 36, leader of the light. Where are you being called to serve and support others? So I get the feeling that not only will you be going through maybe facing your own mortality, but maybe for others of you, it's someone around you, family member, friend, that you can help, that may not have a clear connection with heaven or God. So let's read more from the book. Okay, it says you are so important to this world. You have a presence of grace, love, and focus, and you have no idea how much you inspire those around you. You are a true leader of the light, someone who stands firm in their connection to truth with respect, integrity, and a commitment to the greater good. You are here to lead by example, by staying connected to your true self. You can align with calm and stay grounded through all of life's transitions. When things are uncertain, your certainty lies in the light within and all around you. You are being asked to look within yourself and see where you have been giving away your power by thinking it lives outside of you. No one outside of you has the power that you have within. No politician, leader, boss, parent, or influencer is more special than you. The power is you. You are the one you've been waiting for. Stop waiting for someone else to fix your worries and see that your divinity is the help within you. And it's been with you all along. Celebrate the light within and let it lead you. All battles are won with love. You are at the peak of your experience as a result of your discipline and dedication to personal growth. Just like the woman in this image, you have made it to the top. You can now release all worry and doubt. There is nothing to fear when you align with the light. By showing up for yourself and doing the inner work, you have arrived at a place of unconditional love for yourself and others. It is time to integrate all your skills and life experience. Take this new perspective and be an example to others. You can lead and teach from a much deeper level. You don't need to change anyone or force anything, but simply be an example of what is possible when you stand strong in light. So you can be that comfort to yourself and as well as others, and help comfort them in their need. What is the theme for September 2024? We have 4, falling, the unknown, descent, momentum, and change. So it looks like, similar to the Tower card, this is something is unexpected, and it causes you to feel like you're losing hold of maybe your life, whatever circumstances are going on. But this change seems like it's quick. And it's something you haven't experienced before. But let's take a look in the book so we can find out some more messages. 4 is about stability. Maybe building a foundation. So usually with the Tower, something has to crumble in order to build something more stable. So this is the in-between. So in September, the end of what once was, the letting go of who you were and rebirth into a new life, unknown outcomes, complete immersion in the process of change. So in this story, it talks about Alice in Wonderland. So let's take a look. You have launched yourself into the unknown, taken a risk, dared to follow your instinct, without the thought and consideration that would have seen you miss the chance that will come to you. But right now, you are completely within the process of descent. You may have allowed yourself to let go of people, places, objects, roles, or ways of being. It could be that a relationship, a type of career, or the routine you once had is now in flux. Something has unraveled and you are moving into a different part of your destiny. A fall can be accompanied by disillusionment, a sense something is being broken, a shattering of beliefs and perspectives, and the inability to know what will come next. You may wonder, just like Alice, whether you will fall right through the earth. Let's see. In other words, will everything in your world end? Will you simply keep falling with no end at all? It will end. There will be a new place and a fresh way of being to explore. For now, surrender to the descent into the passageway to the next life. The fall is the moment before rebirth. The best possible response is to relax into the fall, observe and wonder at what is to come. Know this was the only way through to the next stage of your evolution, the entrance to your own wonderland. There is no new discovery without descent, without relinquishing some of who you were. This is the way you will become who you are next meant to be. So this is transitioning from August to September, the theme of transformation and things falling away and getting ready for that change. So let's look deeper. We have the Ten of Fire. The previous month we had the Ten of Swords. So this is it's like a decluttering of things in your life that no longer serve you. And although in this deck it talks about the burden being lifted because of the letting go, and it ties in with falling. Let's see what the next card is. We have the Three of Earth. This is about building again, working with others. And we have the Page of Fire. So this is looking up. This is good news. So you transition from letting go, and then you're able to move forward and build something new. This could be, like I said, a new job, as it pertains to career. It could be building your finances, working on a project, starting a new relationship. Could be many things for each of you, but the general sense I get is that you are going to be building back up again in September. And if you got to this point in the video, I just want to remind you that this reading is not only messages for the individual, but also for the people of Earth and humanity, and things that we're going to be going through on a large scale. So starting something new right here with the Page of Fire, which is good. You're very inspired and excited to see what your new life is going to look like. So let's look at a potential block you may have. We have the Hero, number 12. So the Hero talks about, as a block, you may be doing too much. Usually the Hero can, in the negative sense, not be doing things for just the love of doing something for another person or humanity. This is about you doing it for something, for credit, for money, for just attention. So let's take a look in the book and see what else it says. It says, when the hero appears, he represents a need to perform good deeds in order to increase one's self-esteem or worth in the eyes of others. He can be described as a wounded hero, one who needs to be told that he is good by others. Sometimes it is because he cannot see the good within himself, and sometimes it is because he craves the attention. It feeds an emptiness or lack within. Whether his low self-esteem is born of past mistakes that caused others pain or harm, or if it is born of mistreatment and wounds inflicted upon him by others, the hero in this position is often weighed down by feelings of blame. Often weighed down by feelings of blame, guilt, shame, and fear, and the only way he thinks he can assuage those feelings is by performing deeds that earn him praise and glory. When others value him, he can pretend. He can once more value himself. Unfortunately, until the hero can forgive himself or those who hurt him, he will not find peace. He is doomed to go on one quest of salvation after the next. The hero in the blocked position comes to ask you to look to your reasons for helping others. Are your actions inspired by love and compassion, or shame and guilt? Are you helping others because you genuinely want to help? Or are you helping others because helping them and earning their praise and gratitude makes you think better of yourself? It could be said that if the outcome, helping someone in need, is the same regardless of the motivation, then it matters not. It is, however, not a question of changing the outcome, but in allowing the wounded hero within to make peace with the past. Have you ever embraced behavior that is less than honorable, caused hurt to another because you may have lied or deceived them? Have you ever been disloyal or unfaithful? Have you hurt someone innocent and now move through life with feelings of regret or remorse weighing you down? We all have moments when our behavior and actions have been questionable. We have all disappointed others. We have all done wrong. Guilt, shame, and self-loathing are the tools with which we punish ourselves. They are not the tools of a hero, but instead the tools of a jailer or torturer. The hero in the blocked position comes to tell you that it is time to put those tools aside and to rescue yourself. Only your acceptance of forgiveness will set you free. Forgive your past. Be merciful and embody the compassion of the hero you strive to be. So in September, for some of you, this is going to be a challenge for you. And to be that true hero for yourself, not just for someone else, but putting another's well-being before your own. At this time in September may be something that you'll have to confront, because ordinary people do extraordinary acts, and that's part of being the hero or taking the hero role, but doing it for the right reasons. So let's take a look when it comes to love. So think about the person that you're involved with, or special connection that you have with someone. And this message is going to be that person either sending you a message, or maybe it's advice on your situation. So we have stand your ground. And Your love oracle is do not seek it out. Do not seek it without. Peace comes from within. Sorry, I just butchered that. Do not seek it without. Peace comes from within. And your overall advice for September. Number 33. Take responsibility for your life as a creative adventure. How can you live with more meaning, integrity, and truth? So you don't have to live epically and tackle everything on your bucket list to create a meaningful life. A good life is one that is aligned with your values and integrity. What do you stand for? What matters most to you? When do you feel the most alive and enjoy? This is your invitation to actively participate in the creation of your beautiful, bold life. Take responsibility for your life as a creative adventure, for through your choices and perceptions, you create your reality. The decision you make and the choices you align with create your life. The question becomes, what kind of life do you really want to live? You've drawn this card because there may be an imbalance in your thoughts. You may feel like a victim to the harassments of life, but this is a reminder that you are in control of your own reactions to all situations. You are being called to see where you are still harboring negative, harmful emotions toward yourself or others and release them with love. To be a victim in life, someone who feels life is happening to them, is a choice. And when you believe you have been wronged, you have no personal power. You are giving away your own control to outside forces. When you are in victim mentality, you blame, shame, and guilt others and yourself. You can't be a victim and a master at the same time. Step into a creator consciousness energy rather than a victim focus. The creator in you knows you are infinite power and trusts the greater intelligence of life. Everything you experience, pleasant or not, is part of your conscious co-creation because you participate in it by either resisting, accepting, or allowing it. Take full responsibility for your life as a beautiful, bold adventure and dive into your journey by activating your authentic power. So, October. What is the theme for 2024 in October? We have 10. Follow your own good advice and trust yourself. You know what is best for you. So for October, you may be searching for some advice, asking other people, but this is telling you you don't need to do that. So for October, this is about trusting yourself and having faith that you know what's best for you. So let's see why this is going to be a theme for October. So this is talking about harsh self-judgment for a mistake or an error made. Unmet personal expectations causing inconsolable sadness. A reminder to detach, find clarity, and follow your personal internal guidance system, which has some very practical solutions. So anytime you make an error, it can be helpful to grieve a little for the difficulty you've created, but once you have done this, continuing with the sadness serves no real purpose. It is best to follow Alice's example and cry, then stop and follow your own good advice and your own good sense, because no one knows you better than you, and no one knows more about what you want out of your life. Receiving this card means you know what you need to do. You need to clear, ground, and center yourself so you can contemplate what to do next. You do know what is best for you and often give yourself excellent advice, but that you don't often follow it. You don't often follow it. You are being gently advised to settle yourself emotionally, to think through a problem, to stop admonishing yourself, and to follow your good advice to yourself. Perhaps treating yourself like a close friend or dear child will help you to move calmly forward without criticizing yourself too harshly for the situation you currently find yourself in. You can change this if you follow your own very good advice. So you believe you've made a huge mistake in October. Let's see if we can get some more messages about what that is. So the tarot, we have Two of Fire. This is about making plans for the future, choosing between two people or two situations. Maybe you want to move and you're trying to decide which city you want to go to. Ten of Pentacles. Wow, the finances are looking really good. Let's see, Eight of Pentacles. Wow, so this to me looks like it's about career and finances, but it's saying that you feel like you've made a mistake. So I see you're going from the 10 Pentacles to the 8 of Pentacles. So maybe that's where the mistake lies. Either you're choosing either a different job that maybe you're getting less pay. There's something that you see as a negative. But it's saying not to be so quick to be so hard on yourself, because maybe this job you're going to love it better than the one you had before, even though you were making money before, making more money. So just try not to let your emotions make you jump to conclusions when it comes to October. I see that you're still financially solvent. It's just that you may be doing something that, like I said, you're more passionate about. So let's see what the potential block is. We have self. This represents a need for you to look within and ask if you are embracing other people's beliefs and behavior in order to belong. Going along with a herd mentality can make you predictable and lead others to have certain expectations of you, especially if you are predisposed to follow their lead or do as they do without question. Humans have always formed tribes and communities. We are social animals that seek out others in order to feel protected and understood, but while we are and always will be part of a collective, we are also unique and individual beings who have evolved to a point where we have the freedom to be different if we have the courage and desire to do so. In fact, we have the freedoms that we do because generations before ours have defied convention and tradition, broken laws, and fought for their right to be free thinking individuals. That fight is ongoing as people continue to evolve, and each tribe demands to have the same rights and privileges as their neighboring tribe. Monkey see, monkey do. It is said that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but there are many who do not see imitation as flattery in any form. Rather, they see it as the act of someone who seeks to curry favor or approval, or of someone who is unable or afraid to think for themselves. So think for yourself. Stand on your own 2 feet. Be innovative and original instead of doing what everyone else is doing. It does not serve you to believe what others tell you to believe, nor to do as others do, unless you truly do believe as they do and share the same values. If you want to belong, do not try to make yourself fit by being the same as others. When you know that you are different, be who you are, respect who you are. Then you will draw to you those who are similar, who will respect you and whom you will also respect, because like you, other free-thinking, independent people are busy walking their own path. So this is about knowing who you are, and because you have unlimited potential, but if you don't see it, no one else will. This is about believing in yourself and who you are is for you to determine. So think for yourself. What is it that you want to accomplish in your life? And then make the decisions that fit you in your life. So let's take a look at love. So when it comes to love, romantic or having to do with family, whatever is going on right now, the question that you have, or just think of the person that's on your mind most right now, and this is the message for you from that person. This says, wrong time and place. So maybe whether it was romance, I'm getting romantic, but maybe it was the wrong place and wrong time for you two. So if you just recently broken up with someone, or you were hoping things would move further along, this is saying it was the wrong time and place. Let's get a love oracle. So it says, in the end, you tried and you cared, and sometimes that is enough. And the overall advice for October, number 34, says, you are the image maker. What you focus on manifests. So what thought pattern do you need to shift? So this goes along with being able to think for yourself and making your own decisions based on what you want. And your focus needs to be on that. So let's take a deeper look on that one. Okay. So it says, what have you been focusing your attention on? Take a mental inventory of your current situation. What is causing you the most frustration? Now assess your thoughts about that situation. Chances are your thoughts have been focusing on it too. We always get what we focus on. It is law. You may say you want more money, but you focus on how you don't have enough. Or you want to find true love, but you secretly feel unworthy of love. Or maybe you want to get healthy and lose weight, but you say unkind things to yourself in the mirror. You may have every intention in the world to move forward, but if your thoughts aren't aligned with your actions, your efforts will be muted. Excuse me. You will always get what you focus on. Thoughts overtake action every time, so use this time to realign your thoughts with your true intentions. When you focus on the things you want with ease, no mental barriers will hold up the manifestation process. Believe and trust that what you want is on its way to you. Focus your attention on the outcome you desire most. If you focus on what you don't want, you will get more of it. Start by being aware of the thoughts that are not a vibrational match to your ultimate desire. Then shift your focus to what you want and how you want to feel. Each and every moment you can realign and refocus your attention on what you want. You have the ability to attract more enjoyable circumstances, and it starts with your thoughts. So what is the theme for November? We have 29. Find the lesson, discover the purpose in a situation. Trust that you are learning. So this is about more lessons. So let's take a deeper look on this one. There's a lot of challenges I can see from the months sporadically, but I think towards starting from September and gradually gets I don't want to say tougher, but very challenging when it comes to how we live our everyday life, you know. So this card is about upheaval, quarrelsome people, disputes, antagonism and confusion, uncertainty about the purpose of a situation, feeling frustrated and ready to complain. And it's saying, let it go to the universe. Ask the universe for clarity and trust that time will bring an understanding of the lessons this uncomfortable adventure is teaching you. So rather than forcing yourself to find the lesson, the better approach is to trust there is one. Trust that you are learning and that this experience will come to be valuable in time. It is a very strange and trying place you find yourself in November, so be patient with yourself. Understand that it is natural to feel frustrated, impatient, and confused, but trust. Trust there is a reason for this, and in time you will come to know the purpose of this bizarre, topsy-turvy, and very trying time. So, trust. So let's see what is going on in November. We have the Magician, the World, and the Four of Earth. So this may be about traveling. Either you may have to travel or you may be prevented from traveling, but I feel like with this Magician energy, it's like you're trying to manifest some type of accomplishment. And in doing this, you feel like it'll bring you stability. But sometimes the life just interferes. So things that are going on in the world at this time will be a big factor for you. And you're wondering what the lesson is, but it will show up, the answer that you're seeking for that. What the lesson is, just it may be bringing you more stability when you're thinking that it's actually tearing your stability down. So don't be so quick to judge the results. I'm gonna clarify this when I feel the need to clarify the World. Tell me about the World. What is this about? How does this relate to what is going on that the collective may have a hard time finding the lesson in? Tell me about the World. Five of Pentacles, the Devil, the Nine of Pentacles. Some of you, it's going to be having to do with a relationship. Maybe you feel like this person was the one you wanted to marry. Maybe you were deeply in love with this person, but they end up leaving, or things don't work out for some of you. And it's causing you to feel like closed off and not understanding why it happened. And others of you, I'm getting that although you may feel like you're in a lack mindset, whether it be actually physically, your financial situation isn't great, I feel like you're able to overcome that, because with this Devil card can sometimes mean that when it comes to the material world, finding solutions when it comes to finances, you are pretty good at that, if not an expert, because you find yourself in the Nine of Pentacles, and this is as close to the Ten of Pentacles you can get to having more than enough. So that's what I get. Let's look at a potential block, though. So we have the Eight of Fire in this deck. This is about taking action. So this is a block. So it's talking about being lazy, and instead of taking action, it's saying that your inaction may yield unwelcome changes. So this is like a caution or warning. 8 of Fire. If you're finding it hard to take action, this is a caution to tell you that don't halt your own progress or hamper your growth at this time. Even if you may feel a bit lazy or even apathetic, be your own advocate rather than your own enemy, and challenge yourself if you find yourself unwilling to act. This card comes up when we are experiencing either a lazy mind or body, and it serves as a reminder that there may well be consequences if necessary changes are not made, and that those consequences will be of your own making. If you become a perpetual planner who never follows through, or if you've always promised and then fail to deliver, or even if you just feel it is all too much like hard work, the 8 of Fire reversed appears to warn that inaction is also a choice, and one that can have dire consequences. Now is the time to get up and move, to avoid having your life transformed in a manner that is not to your liking. So, yeah, with this Devil energy could also be laziness when it comes to something that you're wanting to accomplish. As it pertains to a relationship, I feel like you may need to change something about yourself that maybe not be healthy. Because like I said, with some of you, this is a relationship or something that, you broke up with someone broke up with you. That's what I meant to say. And because of maybe some addictions you have or unhealthy habits. Because here it talks about, is it time to start a new job or quit one? Is it time to move house because the one you were living in restricts and hampers you? Or maybe you need to lose weight. It says, is it time to set yourself free of unnecessary weight, whether it be physical, emotional, or psychological, so you can move through life with more ease? It's talking about now is the time to do it. No more thinking, no more planning, no more dreaming. Now is the time to get off the couch and to act and transform yourself or your life, or to take an idea, a possession, something in your life or space, and repurpose and transform it. So let's see. This is the message for love. It says detour. So maybe with this person, it's just a small setback. And if you do the changes that you need to do, this will turn around. So let's get a love oracle. It says, never make permanent decisions on temporary feelings. So maybe you're in an emotional place at this time and not making the best decisions. So maybe to wait until you're not so triggered maybe or emotional. Maybe you'll be able to see clearer on how to move forward. So what is the overall advice for November? 14. Forgiveness will set you free. What do you need to forgive yourself for? With the Magician and the Devil here, I feel like sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. And going along with unhealthy habits or addictions, you may feel like because maybe someone rejected you, you feel like you shouldn't have to change for anybody. And you shouldn't. You should do it for yourself. But obviously this is saying that there's something about yourself that you need to forgive that's causing you to be unhealthy and treat yourself in a manner that's not the best for you. So when someone you care, this card talks about, there's two people in here too. So when someone you care about hurts you, or you witness injustice and pain in the world, anger and resentment can feel justified. Perhaps you've been harmed by the actions or words of another. When we experience trauma, these hurtful actions can have a lasting effect on us. Chances are there's a situation and person you need to forgive. The first person that comes to your mind is an accurate person to focus on. Forgiveness is not saying what you did is okay and I will forget about it. It is simply an energetic exchange, releasing the hold that has been imprisoning you. By embracing forgiveness, you can also embrace peace, hope, gratitude, and joy. If you're having difficulty forgiving, focus on your willingness to move forward with more peace. Then consider how forgiveness can lead you down the path of well-being. When you forgive, you've made a choice to let go of resentment and anger. Forgiveness is needed right now for you to feel better. It's highly possible the person you need to forgive is yourself. So you may be stuck in a vicious cycle of self-sabotage, blame, and shame. Do you feel guilty for something you did or didn't do? Be kind to yourself and practice self-love and compassion. The words you say about yourself matter. Recognize that everything is always in right order, and you did the best you could with what you knew at the time. Take guided action to create a better, more aligned outcome. If you are prone to dwelling on negative feelings, unforgiveness will only make the situation more challenging. Spend some time focusing on all the good things that have come out of this situation. Make a list of what you have learned and release expectations. Be willing to forgive yourself and others, and you will be set free. An additional meaning of further guidance can be drawn from the leopard energy in this picture. People with the leopard totem are self-confident, wise, and courageous in the face of adversity. They have a great deal of personal power. Tap into the leopard for guidance on how to forgive. Also note this spirit animal is the healer of deep wounds, which means the leopard will bring old issues to resolution through reclaiming your lost power. And last we have December. We have the theme is number 13. It says all must have prizes, trying to please everyone. Trying to keep everyone happy, treating everyone as equals and rewarding those who have not worked hard. Playing nice, wanting to please, an inability to choose who or what is best for you. Trying to be fair but avoiding difficult decisions is not fair on yourself. Maintaining illusions to avoid disappointing others. So how wonderful for everyone to have won and to have prizes. There's a hidden shadow to this card. There is no winning if all have won, and there's no prize if all have acquired the same thing. In other words, there does not seem to have been a test of excellence here. Merely an exercise which seems to have tested people. But at the end of the day, they will all get the same reward. This card can come to those who are tasked with evaluating the work of others and are trying to choose who has done well. It can come to parents, to teachers, and judges. This card can also come to those who wish to please everyone and do not wish to fall out of favor. Thus, they will proclaim that everyone has done very well and offer prizes to each and all to avoid the discomfort of true assessment. It is hard to have to decide, to make a choice, and to know to whom a victory belongs. It is challenging to be discerning. We often prefer to be like the dodo, trying to make sure everyone is happy. When this card comes, consider the choices you have before you. Is it best to reward everyone in the same way, even if some have offered more than others? Is it better to reward those who have excelled, either through effort or talent? Would you prefer just to give prizes to all and keep everyone happy? These are your choices at present, and it is up to you to decide which way is best. So this is December. So let's take a deeper look with the tarot. What's going on in December? We have Six of Swords. It's about coming up with solutions. Messenger of Air. And the Two of Cups. So for those of you where this issue is about relationship, this is about you finding trying to come up with a solution, figuring things out. And then you have the Knight of Swords, or the Messenger of Air, where you may be taking action before you even have all the information. And with this Two of Cups, this could be about a soulmate. It could be dealing with the water sign. Also have a lot of air here. Let's clarify it, because we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Death card, and the Five of Wands. Okay. Well, apparently a third party is responsible for giving you some information, but it may not be the whole story. So you're trying to find the whole story, is what I'm hearing. And with the Wheel of Fortune and the Death card and the Five of Wands, this is could be having to do with people gossiping and causing problems. But it causes a huge change, and it brings about something in you that you cannot, it's like you've seen something already and you can't unsee it with this information. And this does have to do with the soulmate. Could be romantic. It could be a friend or a family member. But having to go with the theme, this is telling you not to try to please everyone. You have to think about yourself. And I think that's a theme for the whole year, is about doing what's right for you. And a lot of people may not like that, especially if you're always the one trying to please everyone, and they're used to seeing you that way. But when you end up deciding that you're going to stand up for yourself, it causes a lot of arguments. And they challenge you to not back down and not give up on yourself and to stay strong. So what is a possible block? We have the Four of Earth. This talks about doing the work. So maybe you're having to build up your self-esteem. So let's look deeper. So it talks about tedium and monotony often instill a desire to rush. It says, do not allow the desire to be free to move on to new ventures to result in careless errors or prevent you from completing a task or resolving an issue that you have before you. You might find yourself free of boredom and impatience, only to feel the weightier burden of guilt and regret. Whether it be a matter that affects home and hearth or one that affects your career, do not allow impatience and frustration to cloud your judgment and lead to hasty decisions. The shadow of the Four of Earth cautions you against embracing a belief that greener pastures are waiting if you choose to walk away. In this circumstance, they are not. So let's talk about not making hasty decisions. Like I said, you need to make sure you have the whole picture, all the information, before doing so, because once you make that decision, you can't undo it. That's what I'm hearing. So if this is about romance or just love in general, this is your message. And it says destined soul ties. And this goes along with this Two of Cups. So maybe you and this person are destined for greater things together, whatever that may be. Let's get a love oracle. This says you are moving onto a steady and reliable path. So you can see that there's a lot of change. There's maybe a possible move during this time in December of next year. But it's saying that whatever decision that you make, there's never a wrong decision, because you're always gonna your destination is fixed, but the path to get there isn't. There's many paths to one destination. So let's take a look at your overall advice for December of 2024. We have number 37. Rise above it. It's not yours to carry. You are an empath. How can you detach from the drama? So let's talking about the drama here in December. That's what I feel. And the lesson about how you can rise above the drama that other people like to cause in your life. So an unforeseen force is working in your life right now, and it is your superpower to feel other people's emotions. Being an empath means you're highly sensitive to the energy of other people, places, animals, and nature. It is a gift to have such a compassionate heart as you are aware of other people's emotions. But it can be confusing if you don't understand this about yourself. You know you're a natural empath if people turn to you for advice, and you tend to have a soothing effect on others when they are around you. As a highly sensitive person, you naturally want to help others and take away their pain, but this is an important time to stop focusing on others and instead take care of yourself. You've drawn this card because many of the overwhelming feelings you've been experiencing are not yours. You have been picking up energy from others and transmuting it. As an empath, this is your gift to the world. You help heal by taking on others' pain, but it harms you if you don't know how to work with your own energy. Give yourself time to rest without judging yourself. Release this pressure and instead listen to your own body. You can care for others, but you must first care for yourself. Being an empath is a divine gift, but if you don't know how to balance and ground yourself, it can become a chore. Next time a wave of emotions comes over you, ask, is this mine or is this for me to heal? If your inner voice connects with it, you will know it is an unhealed aspect of your journey. But if you don't know how it is connected, it could be picked up energy. Let your higher self respond. You may realize the energy isn't yours and perhaps belongs to someone you just passed or came in contact with. Most often, the roller coaster of emotions you are experiencing is not yours. As an empath, it is extra important to ground yourself daily. Set clear boundaries and take care of yourself first. When you become more stable and begin to take care of your energies consciously, you will no longer be impacted by the outside world because your inner world will stay strong. Instead of allowing your environment to affect your mood, find the source of stability within yourself. It's time to rise above the roller coaster drama of the world and seek solace within. And that concludes the readings for 2024. Well, this collective reading anyway. And I highly suggest that you save this this video so you can look back through the year and through the months and see if any of these readings for the months connect with you for whatever's going on. And next I'll be doing readings for individual signs. So stay tuned for that, and please subscribe and comment about what you thought about this video and anything else that you'd like to share. I'll see you in the next video.